Hi, and welcome to And So Much More. I am here with Jamie Day.
Hello.
Which might be my new favorite name that I've ever heard. And I say we, you are here to share your experience. You have been on a cancer journey, and it's impacted your life significantly. And you've got, these little guys here to help share this story.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Jamie Day. I guess I've been on this little trek for about a year, I'm starting to feel much stronger now. So yeah. It's kind of cool.
So what's the 1 year mark?
Well, what do you want to call that? My wife's over there. Sorry.
Yeah, his wife is off camera, but
she's hiding. I would say we officially ran aground. I grew up in Salem, Massachusetts. Everything's sailing terms with me. We ran aground in October. We came back from a film festival, and it had an uncomfortable thing in my throat, and I thought I had strep throat, something like that. And I asked Wifey to take a look down my throat with a flashlight, and she said, "Holy expletive." And I went, "What do you mean, holy expletive?" And then I took the flashlight and looked in the mirror. I was like, "Holy expletive!" And it was
wow.
Yeah, it was a gruesome little thing growing in the back of my throat.
So you could actually see it. It was...
Yeah, it was smiling at me. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all either.
Yeah. So, off we went to, I think so we were training people to ride horses, and I was like, "Oh, you guys go do your thing, and I'm going to run over to the emergency room." And we didn't tell anyone why or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because as much as I believe in positive thought, I was like, here's cancer.
Yeah.
I was like, there's only one thing that looks at you like that and smiles at you. And
so you kind of knew.
I had a very strong suspicion, and this one's a little medical genius, so she kind of knew too.
It's a good partner to have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't know what I did. That is it. It's funny when I talk about this, and my friends ask me about it a lot, that cancer, that's so terrible. I'm like, stop right there, because there is so much. This is going to sound weird, but I'm actually really grateful for this journey.
Really?
The people that I've met and the perspective that I now have, and you get married and you take a vow, right? But then someone ponies up and takes care of you, and you just realize, what the hell did I ever do to deserve this person, right?
Yeah.
But the people that I met, the perspective that I have now, having done this, I mean, I almost feel like a whole new person, actually. And it's strange, but as rough as this was, and it was rough. I don't think I would trade it for the world.
Yeah, experience like that weird? Changes you. No, it doesn't. Funny. I think that experiences like that change who you are. No, you're fine.
Water bottle.
And it's a growing experience. To come out on the other side of it is huge.
You kind of have to ask yourself at the beginning of the thing, it's like, who are you going to be in this thing? And I guess if there was one thing that I could say going into this, if you find out, you welcome to the show, right? You're going to find out that you're going to do the cancer thing. I guess I just set my head in the beginning. It was like, I'm not going to sad sack this. I'm just going to try and be the goofiest son of a gun in the room. I think I did that. I think I was the biggest idiot. Do they give that award?
No, but
Censor doesn't have that.
We don't have that award.
Like a pin or a lollipop or something like that.
We can look into that.
Anyway.
So tell me about these guys.
Oh, this is Free Pop right here. Poppy, who's gonna hide
under
now?
The chair.
Poppy, come here. And we're only doing this because I know that my oncology staff would hurt me if I didn't have the dogs. Come here, mommy. Come here, mom. This is your mom. Mom, come here. Hiding under the chair. Because that's what we do. Come here, mom. Come here.
Well, I think that's it.
They're my service dogs, and they used to be really well behaved. before they met Matt and Laura and Dr. Brady. And yeah, and now if they see anyone in scrubs, they are completely useless.
Well, and you said at all your appointments you had them sit under your chair.
Yeah.
And so they are
like,
there. This is like,
so
I guess, their comfort place
if we
now.
do that thing, if I tell them the KENNELUP.
Oh. I know.
They'll be, right up under you.
So you mentioned that one of these beautiful dogs kind of knew what was going on.
Mom, yeah.
So tell me about that.
Yeah. So I spend a lot of time on set and doing things where there's a lot of noise and a lot of lights like this and a lot of confusion. And Mom, who is hiding right now like a good little service dog, Pop, who is standing literally on his head. Well, I could park him and I could walk away from him, do an hour's worth of work, and go back and be right there, sitting right in the wings where I left him. Well, he started to break ranks.
Okay.
And I thought, I've been an animal trainer my whole life, and I've trained both these guys. You guys untrained him.
Let that sink in.
Training animals my whole life, and I know that a service animal can hit their limit, like a search and rescue animal or a emotional support animal. They can burn out emotionally, and I thought that's where we were. Because he was glued to my side, and if anything got exciting or loud, he'd right to my side, or if I,
He's protecting you.
Right. So I'm like, I said to my wife, I was like, Vic, I don't think I can take him to set anymore. I don't think that he's going to be that dog, because he's breaking ranks, and he's not, And we started, it was like, maybe his hearing's going, or maybe he's got, so the first thing we always do as animal trainers, we run them to the doctor. Ha ha ha. And anyway, we'd gone through this whole thing and this litany of tests with the vet, and the vet finally came and says, like, he's fine, and this is fine, and that test is fine, he's all fine. And Vicky's like, no, he wants that test too, and that test, and that test. And finally she said, wait a minute, how's Jamie? Now what the doctor did, the doctor didn't know, is that literally that morning, Vicky had gotten the news from the first scan we took. What was it? C-scan. Anyway, they was like, no, he is a mass. So Vic literally looked at the doctor, took in a breath, and open mouth started crying. I think it's hilarious. I have to think it's hilarious. So, and so I guess that was the thing. Mom knew I had cancer before anyone else did. I just should have. I should have trained him to talk.
Yeah. So what was your diagnosis?
I had, I always forget the word. Say it.
Squamous
cell.
HPV-positive.
Yeah. Throat cancer.
Head and neck, lymph, tonsil, base of the tongue.
Yeah. Unattractive cancer. The ugly little son of a gun.
Unattractive cancer. So what was that like? I mean, you kind of went in knowing after you saw it with your own eyes that this is probably what's happening.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like? How did they paint that picture? What did treatment?
So immediately they hit me with, like, there's good news and there's bad news, right? And the good news is that, and this is where I think I had it better. There's always someone who has it worse than you do. I had it really good because you said, this is like 90 and change % treatable. So odds are you're going to be fine. On the other hand, this is one of the most unpleasant cancers to treat. And the treatment is going to be wildly unpleasant. That's not the words they used. But
those are the words that
it was sense. It was what was conveyed. So it was 7 weeks of radiation and chemotherapy. And
to like your face.
Right here. As a matter of fact, like I still have no beard down here where they. Oh wow! But it was funny. The beard fell out at one point. I was scratching my chin. I was like, "Aw." Like, really.
Have you had a beard like your whole adult life?
So
was that
here's the
weird?
thing. Like when I say I work on set, I'm an actor, and
Okay.
my agent kind of locked the beard when I first got into it. He's like, "Don't ever." You know, and here I'm like, "Plugh." And then the chin starts to swell. I'm like, well, I'm done. We're done here. One friend of mine, and again, it's like when I talk about perspective, it's like I met all these guys that were, that just had it. It's like, you know, how many, you know, there's like, you go in and there's a locker room and you wait in the locker room and you have the opportunity to talk to, you know, a bunch of other guys who are in there for whatever it is that they're going through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been 30 weeks of radiation. And I'm just like, you know, I heard that. And I was like, oh, you know, because it was, at first it doesn't, it's almost like at first there's nothing to it. Like everybody warned me. I was like, oh, this is no problem. Well, then the radiation starts to like really kick in and burn. And then, you know, swallowing food is not your, you know, strong suit anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard not to get negative sometimes. And I said, you know, when I found this out, I was like, I just don't want to do this. I don't want to be a negative person. And it was so easy. The oncology staff and the techs that did the radiation, it was like summer camp. I mean, we would just go and laugh our butts off and just be stupid. Like so you go into the text, right? And like, well, name, birth date, and comfort level, and do you want a blanket? So, because it's cold in there. Yeah. So it's like you get into the things. So I'd like walk in and they wouldn't even have to be JV 2668. And I would like 3 blankets or 5 blankets because like as many blankets as
Give me all the blankets.
And then they would ask you what music you wanted to listen to, because in the booth they pump in the music, and if you don't have a presence, they put whatever. So it became a game. So I always try to find like the most ridiculous music to ask for. So like I feel like the finest moment there was I like gave them the name of a band, and it was Mongolian Thrash.
Whoa!
And it was hilarious, but
then
everybody
did you have to
wrote
listen
it down.
To Mongolian Thrash?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was good. It was like
good?
Pump you up music. But it was funny. So it became a thing. They walk in and it's like, what kind of music do you want? And 3 booths worth of text would just surround you and want to know what we're listening to. So it was ridiculous. I mean,
yeah, I bet that shone a bit of a light into those who are going through this around you.
Yeah, I will say this about the Centra, the Pearson staff was just, if they didn't let me laugh, or if they'd been more serious when I wanted to cut up, I can't tell you how much I appreciate like who they are. I mean, just some of the silliest moments, but I needed that, you know? So, you know, I feel like these people are my family, and I wouldn't trade knowing them for the world.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm a squish.
Sounds like you made a difference there too.
I hope so, because I mean the difference that they made in my life was, ridiculously positive. So. Yeah,
I heard birthday party.
Yeah, I guess my wife had planned. Sorry, I'm such a sob. My wife had planned to do something on my birthday, and so she brought all these party favors, and she literally snuck back to see the tech staff, and they were already wearing stupid wigs and had signs. And so they just like met in the middle and just had this ridiculous thing.
So they were already planning something for you.
They were already planning something silly, like with hats and tiara. I got to wear a tiara. I felt very pretty.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So I'd ask why you choose to have your care at Pearson, but it sounds like the answer is obvious.
Like, Lord, the first, we thought about going to Richmond or going to, Pearson. I'm like, the drive's so much prettier going out to Pearson. We'll do that. So that was literally the criteria.
Yeah.
And of course, we Googled like, excellence of care and stuff like that. So we did a little bit of due diligence there, but really it was like, well, the pretty drive? Let's do the pretty drive.
I love it.
And then
Pretty
once
drive
I
paid off.
met, it was like, Dylan and Tasha and these people in the back there in Dale, the chemotherapy, like she was kind of my guidance counselor for that. Cindy, our nurse advocate, getting stuff done can be weird, especially with medical insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I imagine.
There's just so many moving parts, you know what I mean? And Cindy, the nurse advocate, was just, you email her in the middle of the night and you'd have an answer almost immediately. Wow. It's just, and you have like questions, not all of them are rational.
Yeah.
Have, like, things that you didn't think of, and like, or a problem you're having, and emails were, and people will come out to check on you, like when you got there. Mm-hmm. Cindy was always there to say hello. Wow. And that's not even just the oncology staff. I mean, the front Kathy at the front desk, we were homies almost immediately. She was great. Like the first day I went in, the second day she'd greet me by name.
Wow.
And she had just hurt her ankle. She had a little booty on, and we was like, "Well, how's your ankle?" It was like, "How's your cancer?" Great, love it. I wish you were here. And just the sweetest Connie, who was, I think, on the maintenance staff. We'd maul her on the way in every day. We'd give her a big fat hug, and we'd check in, and I mean, start to finish. They have a pharmacy there. That staff. I never did catch any of their names because it was always rushing to get to an appointment or something like that. Mm-hmm. Those people were angels. It's like, I forget what I did. One day it was, my fault. I didn't have a certain medication with me or something like that. And they're like, hang on, we'll get you one. Wow. And it was just, I think it was pain, maybe something like that. Anyway, it seemed very essential at the time. I can't remember what it was now, but
they met you there in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And allow me to tell on Dr. Brady.
Oh, please do.
Oh yeah, she comes in and she's obviously extremely well educated and intelligent individual. And then she sees the dogs and she becomes a baby talk muppet. And we're like, Doctor,
what just happened?
So it was just, it was amazing. And then they would leave, like they'd run out. They have a lint brush apparently somewhere, because someone would just like pull that out of thin air, and suddenly it was because their scrubs would just be
covered,
nightmarishly covered in all kinds of.
Oh, worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
But yeah, that's why. I was like, I knew if I didn't bring the dogs in here, someone would hurt me.
Yeah.
Matt would probably give me the biggest amount of.
So what does life look like now?
Right now, it's like.
Because you said this impacted you so much. And
it is, and it's like, so, you start off and you're strong, and I can do this. I immediately, gave cancer a face, and I have friends who are artists, and I'm like, you gotta draw pictures of.
Oh no.
You gotta draw pictures of me doing heroically awful things to these, and I described the tumors to them because they had one was long and like kind of lean, and that was one of my lymph gland, and then the meatball with the tentacles.
With the tentacles, yeah.
And then so this one guy, he just and I ride horses and I have the dogs, so then I have this great thing in my library at home. It's me.
Oh, no.
I'm on a horse and have a sword and I'm charging these two Greeblies on and there's a dog running next to me and I'm like, that's what I want right there. Put that on the wall and, concentrate on playlists of
I mean, that is taking putting on a mindset to the next level.
It was, I don't know, essential for me. I think everybody else's journey was.
It's going to look different.
But anyway, it starts off like that, and it's like, oh, but I made a war hammer. It was a framing hatchet.
Like a Thor hammer?
Yeah, oh yeah. And it was like a framing hatchet that broke 1,000,000 years ago, and it was sitting in the garage, and I drilled out the handle, and I put in this big, long handle. It was my cancer-slaying war hammer. And, so there's that. So anyway, and then, your strength, especially chemotherapy, and the throat cancer, my throat cancer homies, boy, there's going to be a time where you feel weak, and you feel terrible, and you're in your chair, and the mindset of I'm just sitting across from my greatest enemy, sipping, and very politely sipping cups of poison until one of us expires.
Oh.
But these are the images that come. It's like, it's going to be you.
I'm going to make it.
Want another? Come on. And, and so, you get to the point where you can't help out. And the guys who had no one, like, oh, yeah, you're what? No, I live alone. How do these guys do it? And I only met guys because it was the guys' locker room. I think it would have been awkward if I went into the ladies' locker
probably.
room. Like, hey, guys, how are you? Tell me your story. Jail? But yeah, I mostly met guys, and that didn't have this teammate that I have. And again, I was like, I have no idea I don't remember doing anything good to deserve that woman right there. But we have a farm with 6 horses, 7 horses. And we have a bunch of dogs, and there's the house and the farm, and
it's a lot of work to sustain.
It's a ton of work. And then emails to doctors and scheduling, and invariably something's going to go wrong with your insurance. Something's going to slip through the cracks. There's all these moving parts. And she's doing that, spending hours on the phone, and I'm in my chair on morphine, so what does life look like now? It's like I ride my horses again.
Yeah.
And I'm helping, mending fences and driving nails and turning screws and working again, and you know what? It's a pleasure to be here.
You're living your life.
With you.
Yes.
Because the alternative, I thought that would have kind of sucked.
Yeah. I'd say so.
So it was like, there's never more of an understatement than it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's the people that I've met, the things that I've seen. There was this old veteran. I was the first thing I did. I knew I was going to lose weight, so I'm just like, cake. I put on 20 pounds going into this thing. Just ate everything, just full fat son of a gun mode, and it was great. So in the beginning, I was strong. I had some extra padding, and it, like I said at the beginning, it was not that bad yet. And I was leaving, and it was such a great mood. I just left the radiation staff, and I always made a point to go back and see all my oncology guys. And I walked out, and right up by the curb where there was kind of loading area, there's a gentleman in a wheelchair, and his wife was trying to get him into the car. Mm-hmm. And maybe the car was parked too close, but anyway, it's like one wheel up, one wheel. They were in a really awkward spot. And And I was like, can I give you guys a hand? You know?
Yeah.
And he looked at me, and suddenly I was unaware if maybe he was my age. Like when I first saw him, he was like older gentleman.
Yeah.
Like I really, like he sort of, you couldn't really tell where he was by looking at his face, how old he was or anything like that. But he had like a veteran hat from I think it was an aircraft carrier. And he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to get in the car. So do me a favor, just put your hands under my armpits, and my wife will back the wheelchair out. And so I did it, and she got the thing up, but the tendons in your armpits between your pecs and your they were so emaciated, and there was zero fat, to pad. And it was cutting my wrists, like it was like two ropes. And it was obviously hurting him, and I heard his breathing change, and he started to squeak. Not like, he just started to, he was obviously in pain.
Yeah, labored.
And his knees started to wobble and give out. And just instinctively, I just sort of scooped him up. And if he weighed 50 pounds, I'll eat my hat.
Wow.
And I put him in the car, and I thanked him for his service, and I left there. I'm like, okay, I get it. This is what I got is first world problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But there's always someone who's got it worse than you. There's always someone who's having a rougher day than you are. And I just count myself lucky to have learned that, have that demonstrated for me, and to have met the people here at not here at Pearson, but here.
Yeah.
At Pearson, and even Centra over in Farmville, Dr. Rashid, those people over there. It's like I did so much laughing, and I tortured poor Dr. Rashid. Like I said,
sorry, Dr. Rashid.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'll do it again. Just such a sweet guy, and the staff were all. I mean, they just all got me. Yeah. Even the front desk, and I love these people. I consider them part of my extended family, and I miss them. On the last day. When I rung the bell, did you know about that?
Yes,
yeah, I know about that, right?
I loved the bell.
Yeah,
yes.
So I went out and I rang the bell, and you read the post, ring the bell, and I'm going home. It's like, damn, like I feel like that kid who's like camp is over. Like I'm not gonna go back to camp
all the time.
And like every day for 7 weeks. It was. I miss them. Yeah.
I think that's pretty good evidence of people who have made an imprint on your life.
Oh, Lord, I can't even. What that is an understatement. Yeah. That's what that is.
Well, I so appreciate you have such a grateful spirit, and such a good outlook on life.
More grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, grateful to be here.
So, yeah. Oh. Not everything, just grateful for everything. Yeah. But thank you.
Of course.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being vulnerable with your whole cancer experience. And we wish you well.
Thank you. I'll take that. Wish you guys well too.
And thank you all for joining us on And So Much More.